Hey all, Russ here, RVerTV. Welcome. Check it out. We're actually westbound on Interstate 8. I jumped on from leaving Ogilvie Road. I jumped on Interstate 8. We're westbound. We're only going to go a few miles. I have read about something that's extremely historic, and it's called Plank Road. I've been wanting to see this for years, and I'm really close to it, and I already missed the turn. It was the exit back. We're going to take this exit right here. This is called Gordon Well Road. But this Plank Road has such a history to it. It was the actual original wooden road that crossed over the sand dunes. And it was built like in the early 1900s. There goes a buggy. Well, straight on out, that's Gordon Well, Imperial Sand Dune area. I thought it was this exit and I'm goofed. So we're going to turn around, but while I goofed, let's check out Gordon Wells Road. It's a big RV park and storage area for RVs. And we are right on the border. Other side of the interstate there, probably within a quarter mile of the Mexico border. That's how close. And it's open. Doesn't look like much, just an RV park. I've driven past here many times, always wondered. Look at the skies, look at the clouds, what a picture perfect day. A little breezy, that's okay. And we're heading to Yuma. We're gonna double back here in just a sec. I just wanted to see this for a minute. There it is. There's Gordon Well RV Park. Enough. I want to go find this historic site, this Plank Road. We'll have to get back on the interstate. It'll be the next exit down the road. Going towards Yuma. We're heading to Yuma, Arizona. There's also a BLM. It's called Pilot Knob. It's the long-term BLM land that's down here. We're going to go find that too. There's another one also long-term, and that's the LTVAs. That's where you buy the permit for 6 months for $180, and they're good at each location, the same permit. Like up in Quartzsite, all the 4 up there, the long terms down here. Ooh, check it out, look straight. There's the border, US and Mexico. That's it, right there's Mexico. I think this is the closest point along Interstate 8 that you can get to the border. Here we go, just a few miles. So we're heading east. Now back towards the west, not that many miles would be El Centro, California. Then you got Mexicali right on the border, border town. And you would actually end up in San Diego, right on the coast. But we are definitely not going there. Someday, when they lift all their restrictions, we'll go see that California coast again, which is beautiful. All right, here we go. We're cutting through the dunes. These are the same dunes that were clear up in Glamis. Sand everywhere. I've been seeing buggies. Look, there's RVs out there camping. Look at the huge dunes off to the left. I really can't. I have to do the interstate speed limit, but can't slow down too much. But you can see little dots out there, and that's off-road vehicles. They get way up top of them things, go scooting down. But there's all kinds of camping here. That Gordon Wells had one, and then what we're going up to is called Gray Wells Road. There's the exit. Hey, speaking of, look at the irrigation canal too. Look at the color of the water against the sand. Goodness. What a contrast, huh? Always wanted to explore down here, but I read about this, oh goodness, years ago. And I'd forgot about it, and when I mapped myself out for this trip, it came up. And I thought, well, if we get close, we will. Now this rest area right here between the east and westbound lanes, I've stopped there before. Kind of cool to have it right in the middle. One rest area for both directions. And the exit should be coming up. Yay, here it is. Gray Wells Road. And this is a, if you look at it on the maps, this is a huge, there's a couple campgrounds here that you can camp for the dunes. And you can four-wheel all you want. This is fee-based, I'm sure. To see the big mountains of sand. Well, let's do this. Let's drive over there where those rigs are right there, and then I'll stop and get directions. Figure out where that plank road is. Fee area. I got my senior card. Hopefully that's good to get me in. It's called the Buttercup Ranger Station. Let's try it. We'll just do a loop. You can see they got their sand rails, dune buggies, ATV, UTVs. Everyone's got a toy hauler. I can see them way up top there. Look at this, you can just camp and take off in the dunes. You can't go very far south though, because right there's a border. This is called the Buttercup Sand Dunes. Buttercup Sand Dunes here. Big camp area. Very popular. Paved road right in the middle of sand. Let me get turned around here. Sorry, I gotta kind of drive and use the camera too. Alright, I'm gonna go get some directions. Well, we're going to take this frontage road back west 3 miles. And I did not, you can stay in here for up to 2 hours without paying any fees. But you can only park in designated areas. There's that rest stop. We're following along Interstate 8. And she said 3 miles to Plank Road. They got free parking. Here's another campground right off to the left. That one's called Midway Campgrounds. All this is fee-based. Even my senior card, I'd only get a discount for camping if I actually stayed here and camped. Look at all of them. Big rigs too. But with it being paved, it's perfect. And back at that ranger station, they had water. You can get water and sewer dumps and all that. A little vegetation growing out of the sand. I think I see it off the left. This must be at this parking area off to the left. Yep, we made it finally after years. You know, this is one of them things that you read about, and you always say, one day I'm gonna stop. Well, today's the day, finally. We're gonna check out some old-time history here. See what the storyboards say. Plank Road, today and tomorrow. They're showing all the UTVs. Here you go. 73 and 74. This is it. Plank Road. Here's their little memorial thing here. Plank Road. Early 1900s to 27. They actually built the road out of wood so cars could run over the sand dunes. And here's a chunk of it. Look at this. People drove on that. Plank Road Historic Site. You know, back in them days, what was it? Model A's, Model T's, that kind of car. Oh, look. Let's go up here. There's the original chunk of it right here. A little breezy. Boy, those gusts of wind, the sand hits you in the face a little bit. Look at this. Look how the sand's covering it up. But they actually laid the road on top of the sand for cars to pass through here. What engineering, my goodness. All out of wood. There's no wood around here. They had to haul that in a long ways. Probably from up north. Kind of like railroad. Oh, look at this guy. Moving right along. Let's go back and get a better look at that storyboard. Finally made it here. If you ever get a chance, check this out. This is history. Wonder how many planks it took. Because it's a few miles across here. I'm gonna walk it. We're walking on wood plank road. Another look at this one. That's hard to read. (1915 to 1926). Look at the old pictures. Look how they had a crane that lowered it down. Wow. Look at that. What a feat of engineering. There it is. There's a picture. Horse-drawn plows were used to clear the drifted sand. Spirit of adventure, of experience. My goodness. Commerce was greatly expanded. That's how they built the West right there. Look at that thing all stuck. All the volunteers that helped save this thing. Thank goodness they saved it. At least a little chunk of it. That's over 100 years ago. Nice. All right. Let's keep rolling. Well, we're going to do this. We're going to jump back on Interstate 8. Start trekking east. We're heading to Yuma, Arizona. There's a better look at that campground. You just park in a line. Boondock. Looks like they got little restrooms. The non-flushable kind. Right there's Interstate 8. We're heading east. Gets hot here too. This is hardcore desert. There's the ranger station. I went in and got information right there on the left. Oh no, fire truck. They must have a medical emergency here. That's too bad. But right there on the left, that's where I went in and got information. And that's where you pay if you want to camp here. That's where you got to check in. Looks like they got a lot of room. And here's the on-ramp. Interstate 8 East. Well, we only got it less than 10 miles to get down here to where we want to turn off. We're going to go find that LTVA, long-term visitor area. It's a BLM campground. It's supposed to be right on the interstate here. It'd be on what, the south side, called Pilot Knob. Not this exit. This is at Ogilvie Road right here. This is how we came down from Glamis. Right there's Ogilvie, and that's up there where that Tumco campground was. Okay, our exit should be coming up pretty quick. Look at that mountain out there all by its lonesome. Flat as a pancake except for that one. Felicity. I've heard of that. We're also close to Los Algodones exit. That's a little farther. That'd be the next exit after this one. But over to the left, there's that Felicity. Oh, I've read about that thing too. Huh. Alright, well, let's take this exit. Sidewinder Road. Looks like CHP building over there too. Yeah, it looks like a church over there or something. See it right there up top? Here we are, Sidewinder Road. I'm sure Sidewinder, they named it after a snake. Rattlesnake. There's an RV park off to the right. And I see a bunch of rigs. This is where that pilot knob is. Got a gas station here. So if you're boondocking, you can probably get your ice and snacks and fuel there. This is still California. We are really close to the California-Arizona border, within just a few miles. Very few. Okay, coordinate phone. This is it here. I've always seen on the map, never stopped till now. So this is where you can camp for 6 months, up to 6 months in the winter, using an LTVA permit. It's $40 for 2 weeks or $180 for like 6 months. And you're really close to Yuma here. You're really close to the Mexican border too. I mean, it's right back there. Less than a mile, I bet. All right, check the sign. Love those clouds, huh? Here you go, Pilot Knob, long-term visitor area. Cool. There it is. I'm not gonna spend the night here. I don't want to pay 40 bucks just for one night. There it is. But you're out of quartzsite, any of those areas, you can use the same permit at each campground. I think I'm gonna go check out that Felicity place. What do you think? Journey continues. Talk soon.